Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Pusher of the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. It is Wednesday, August 23rd of the year 23. And this is the fourth of 5 new comic book days this month. And so, just love new comic book days because it's the best day of the week every time. Never fails. So we got a lot of stuff here for you, and I have a big announcement for a big sale that we have coming up. I cannot wait. This is going to be the longest lasting sale we've ever had. It's going to run 8 actual business days that we're going to be open. It's going to go from this Saturday all the way to Labor Day, which is absolutely going to be amazing. And it's going to have deals and deals and deals. If you're a comic book fan, this is the best time for you to stock up on your back issue want list. Bring it in. There's going to be stuff for sale, back issues, the wall, trade paperbacks, graphic novels. You just don't want to miss this sale. And it'll be hard to miss it because it's going to be going on for 8 business days, starting Saturday all the way through Labor Day. It's the longest running sale we've ever had. And part of it is, and I know this is going to sound strange coming from a comic book store, but inventory reduction. Inventory reduction is part of it because we have so many back issues. We bought so many collections. We have so many back issues. We have to get them all out on the floor and get them all sold. And we have a ton coming on the floor. In the past week alone, we have added 1,000 new back issue comics to the Comics Club's offerings. That's a lot of comics. And on the floor alone, we have 50,000 comics that are all going to be on sale this Saturday. I'll give you the details in just a little bit. But before we go any further, let's get into that. And I'll jump back into that later on. I love the background. This background was made by Dolly, my beautiful, wonderful wife. And it's a black cat with a jack-o'-lantern in the background. And it's just beautiful, isn't it? She's a very talented sewer. And so I like to use her backgrounds. In fact, all of the backgrounds I use have been hers. We have been working on a new background with our Comic Book Pusher logo. We're thinking about putting that up. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's start off with our wall book of the week. Our wall book of the week. This book often gets overlooked. There's been a real big resurgence in the interest of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially The Last Ronin. And this is one that is The Last Ronin that gets overlooked a lot of times. A lot of people don't seem to even know it exists. They're always surprised to come in looking for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially The Last Ronin, and they're surprised to learn about this book. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Design Archive, and oftentimes this gets overlooked. If you are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, and especially a Last Ronin fan, you don't want to miss this book. It's filled with all kinds of great design art that you will not find anywhere else, and it's just a sneak peek of what's in there. So there you go, people. Don't miss this great wall book. We have them here at the Comics Club, and starting this Saturday, they'll be on sale. How about that? DC Connect tells you everything you need to know about the upcoming DC comic books. So don't miss your chance to get one. We don't get many of these. They're kind of stingy with them. Unlike Marvel, who will send us as many as we want. I could flood my entire city with these things if I wanted to. But unfortunately, if we want any more than 25 of DCs, we have to buy them. And, I think paying for their promotion is not fair. I think they should be paying for their own promotion, and I think that they should give a little bit more respect to comic book stores who are their front line of sales, something that some of these comic book publishers seem to have forgotten or have never have known, that us comic book shop owners are their first line of sales. We're their enthusiastic salesmen about their comics, games, toys, whatever it is. We're the ones selling it. So if you want to promote your stuff, that's fantastic. I think you should. Put out the catalog so everybody gets one. But give them to us so that we can get in the hands of everybody, just like Marvel does. So wake up, DC. Come on. Get with the program. Godzilla, Monsters, and Protectors. All hail the king. Little trade paperback for you from IDW. Also from DC Comics, Wonder Woman Black and Gold. Wonder Woman Black and Gold. In a trade paperback, all collected together. Some really wonderful artwork in here. Star Wars, The High Republic, Battle for the Force, trade paperback, hitting the stands at the Comics Club today. I don't know if you notice the lighting is a little bit different. I've tried to get better lighting in this tiny little space that I have, and so I've got a light here, I've got a light there, I've got a light there. I had a light over there, but I think it just fell down. I don't know. Been trying to get better lighting for everybody. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Batman, Detective Comics, Joker War, collected all into a trade paperback for everybody. And there you go. There you go. Now, this stack of comic books, I want to start with the variants first, of course. But this stack of comic books this week is pretty healthy. We're talking, let's see here. We're talking a solid 10-inch stack of comic books there, people. That's a pretty solid stack of comic books. But before we get into the Marvel and DC and others this week, let's have a look at the variant covers that we've got in for the week. Let's see what we got to offer you guys today. This is Dark Knights of Steel, number 12, a 1 in 25 cover. It's the Dark Knight holding his sword right out there. Night Terrors, number 4, 1 in 25. Batman not looking too healthy there. He's getting a little thin. What do you think? It's perfect for Halloween coming up, though, eh? Halloween, the next major holiday about to hit us. I know Labor Day is it's important, it's important to come to the Comics Club and buy some comics on that day. Before you get that barbecue going. The last hurrah of summer. This is Dark Knight Night Terrors. Night Terrors Harley number 2. This is a 1 in 25. How well you can see it's kind of dark, but it's absolutely awesome artwork. You definitely want to try to grab that, but it's first come, first serve on those. Good luck to everybody. This is Penguin number 1. It picks up a storyline from earlier in the Batman series where Penguin is thought to be dead. But he looks like he's showing up pretty healthy there. Looking pretty good for a man of his age and his height. Amazing Spider-Man number 32. 1 in 25. Look at that gorgeous cover. How many spears is he dodging there? And why is he dodging a bunch of spears? What's going on here? Does this actually happen in the comic? Oftentimes things on the covers don't actually happen in the comic book. But this is a 1 in 50, and this is one that people are going to be... I have a feeling that no matter what I put this price at, it's going to go up. And it's kind of like the Batman before this one. Oh, no, not that one. Where did I put it? Where did that Batman go? Where did that Batman go? I just had it in my hands. That Batman that I just showed you, with the Night Terrors. This one, the previous one to this, that Batman that had the claws like the Hulk and Wolverine cover. That book skyrocketed. It's now going for over $100. So I don't know which one of you out there got it from me that Wednesday, but congratulations. You got yourself a really great book. This is it. Amazing Spider-Man, number 32, 1 in 50. You got Spider-Gwen climbing out of the grave there. How cool is that? What a great cover. I'm really loving that one. Immortal Thor starts today, and I have a 1 in 25 of that one. There's a really cool foil one we're going to show you in a little bit. That's awesome. Oh, I gotta warn everybody. I forgot to tell you this Spider-Man. We had so many people add Spider-Man in the last 2 weeks. In the last week, we had several. So I ended up running out of the regular copies on the floor. However, we have more on the way. They'll be here next week. If anybody's missing it or will miss it as a result, I apologize. We'll try to get more in. We try to scramble on that as fast as we can, but we've had a real big influx of people adding that title recently. So, and it's a good one to add. If you're going to add a comic book, whether it's for reading or speculation, Amazing Spider-Man is the one. Over the years, into my entire lifetime, it has continued to go up and up and up in value, no matter which Spider-Man it is, whether it's a key book or just a regular one in the run. Spider-Man is one of the comic books that keeps appreciating in value over time more and more. So that's a good one to have, even if it's just for speculation. Venom. This is Venom number 24, a 1 in 25. Rocketeer, Den of Thieves, number 2, a 1 in 10. If you're a Rocketeer fan, I love Dave Stevens. I hope he's resting in peace. What amazing artwork he did on Rocketeer and other stuff. Moon Knight, this is City of the Dead, and this is issue number 2, the design variant. I'm not familiar exactly with this character and they don't show the name of the character that I can find on here. I guess maybe you just have to go inside and look, unless anybody knows. A vertically challenged American. Yes, Penguin is a vertically challenged American. that's a good one, Joe. Hey, anybody know who this character is? I don't know. Let me know. Tell me, who is that character? Vampirella versus Superpowers number 4, 1 and 10. The Jay Lee cover. Loving that stuff. What a great cover that is. Look at that. Love that line art. Also, speaking of which, Linsner's line art is also amazing. That's also 1 and 10. Both of those are 1 and 10s, people. Darkwing Duck continues to amaze and delight. And this is issue number 8. We have 2 1 and 10s on that one. And here they are. This artist is of particular interest to customers. Kong, King Kong, The Great War, issue number 3. We got 2 really, really cool books. They're both 1 and 10s. This one's another line art one. And I believe this is Jay Lee? I think it is Jay Lee. Well, he's known more for his interesting females, but this one is just amazing. What a great cover. And I think this one I might like even more because it's just a great cover. Look at that. Look at that. It's a 1 in 10. I've only got one of them, people. If you are a King Kong fan, I'd be snapping this up real quick. There it is. There are those. We'll get into the new comic book offering, and we have a ton of indies this week. Oh my gosh. Indie stack. The indie stack nearly matches Marvel and DC combined. Almost. Comes close. About 90% of their stack, which is pretty amazing. And this very first comic is very amazing. It is Battle Chasers, issue number 12. Several different covers. This is the one that suddenly came back to life from back in the 90s when Image was putting out Battle Chasers. Image is now putting out Battle Chasers, they picked up with issue number 10 a couple months back, and now we're up to issue number 12. And a lot of great artists on those runs. A lot of great artists. Look at what they did with this one. This is a wraparound. What a great cover that is. Good stuff. And also, they give us this little taste of art on the back, which I always like when they do that, you know. It's great when they do that. Someday, we know when we're big budget, we'll have a great studio to sit in, and we'll have tech where these comics come up and are easy to see and not me holding them. I just do it, get down and dirty on it. Here's another one of those. Here's another cover. We had just a bunch of them. Here's another one. This is my favorite one coming up, but not yet. But did I show you this one yet? There's that one. But this one's just amazing. I think this is Art Germ, isn't it? Looks like Art Germ. What a great cover. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Big Game. Got a couple issues of that. Got a couple copies, a couple covers of Big Game. This is a big Game number 2 of a 5-part series. And there's an advertisement for Nemesis Reloaded on the back. I don't know if you've read Nemesis. It's going to be on sale now, it says. I can get that for you if we don't have it in stock. Don't worry. We'll do our best to get it in for you. Give us a shot. Okay, this is the Tenement number 3. There was something about this I was going to mention. What was it? Well, it'll come to me. Tenement number 3. They say that of the indies, there's just so much. Creed, this is a boxing family story. And this one, Schlub, for some reason, some madness made the key collector. You might want to check this one out. The Schlub, number 1. Showed you the variants earlier for Darkwing Duck. We have a whole lot of the regular ones. There's that. And that one. Oh, wait. One more. Almost got away there, eh? Ice Cream Man. This comic always has the greatest covers. I mean, what great covers. This one there, look at, they're in a boat and a whale is suddenly rising up out of the ocean in front of them. And who's piloting the boat but a skeleton. And then this cover. Ooh. If you look real close, there's a spider crawling down that ice cream cone. Some wild stuff. I showed you King Kong variants earlier. Here are the regular covers for it. You saw that in the line art. This is one you hadn't seen before. And you saw the Virgin one of this earlier. Mighty Barbarians. Gets multiple covers. This is New Bern, number 10. Hitting the stands today. And No One. I have not been reading No One. Not really certain what No One is about. But here you go. No One. And that is issue number 5. Hitting the stands today. This is well, what is this? This is Rogue Sun. It's a Virgin cover. That's what I got for you. Virgin cover of Rogue Sun. Starfinder, Angels of the Drift. This is issue number 2. We got 3 different covers to choose from. There's that. That one. And there you go. Tales of Suspense, Dreamweaver, Les Morts, 13. This is issue number 2. I like that skull with the hat on there. But, see all the shadowing I get from these. They got to be up higher. They got to be different. I've got lighting. I can't set it up in this tiny space. One of these days we're gonna have a studio. It'll happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have an actual studio. Victory number 3. Some great covers of that. Victory number 3. Oh yeah. Great covers there. Vampirella versus Superpowers. Man, they always have a ton of comics, a ton of covers for this. And one of the ones that does it regularly is Jay Lee and Linsner. And those are 2 of my very favorite artists. But I'm going to save this one for last. This artist and this cover is just so awesome. You know, when we first look at them, we get these tiny little thumbnails that you can't really tell much. We saw those 2 line arts earlier. They're carrying a machine gun, riding on the side. They call that little shelf on the side of the cars. The cosplay cover. And this one. Look at that. That is, she's sitting on a poker table there, holding the machine gun. And it looks like we've got a bunch of barrels of what you might think at first would be liquor, but they actually say blood. Looks like barrels of blood there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Stranger Things crossover. We sold completely out of the first issue of this. We stocked up on the second so nobody would miss it this time. So come and get some. Hey, Two Gun, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Stranger Things number 2. And then with the Turtles. Stranger Things and the Turtles, issue number 2. What a great crossover. Eating pizza. Black's Myth has reached issue number 3. The key to his heart. Vintage pre-code horror comes in Vampires. The horrors of it all. Blood for the Vampire special on Beet Soup, The Wolfpire, True Vampire History. Look at that. You get it all in here. If you want vampires, here it is. Some great fun stuff in there, guys and gals. This is Xeno. I don't know much about Xeno, but the covers are very interesting. Look at that. And then this one. I wish I had more time, but if you guys want to, of course, you can always go back and freeze frame and have another look at these covers if you want. I wish I had more time for each cover for you, but we only have so much time in the show, and I still got to get to Marvel and DC and tell you about the sale coming up. The details are coming. Addams Family, the Bodies issue number 1. Gotta love that. You know, recently had the Wednesday movie. There's Wednesday right on the cover. They seem to be celebrating quite the birthday party. They've got, this is a birthday party going on. The piñata is a beehive, and there's all kinds of bear traps and a couple of alligators there. Where's the love for her brother, huh? What's that all about? My Little Pony Classics Reimagined, The Unicorn of Odd. Number 1. All right. Rocketeer, the Den of Thieves, number 2. That cover, really awesome cover. And this one, always love the helmet. The helmet is so cool. Rocketeer. That's a great one. Star Trek, issue number 11. Star Trek has had a big resurgence. There's a whole bunch of new interest in it, and we tend to sell out quickly. So I've had to restock a couple of things. And someone recently this morning, I think, had a request, but we had already sold out on pre-order. So we're getting more back in. Don't worry, we'll get them in for you. Star Trek number 11. And there's also Star Trek Deep Space Nine. There's Star Trek Strange Worlds. That's based on the TV show that's been a pretty big hit. And that's the one I just sold out of on pre-orders. But we'll get more back in. Don't be afraid. We'll get them for you. Here's the regular Stranger Things cover. And another cover for you. And one more. And that one. There you go. Stranger Things number 5. Hitting the stands. King Spawn. Which, of course, they always give you a little extra on the back, which I'll show you. This is King Spawn number 25. Issue number 25. And what's coming on number 26? On issue number 26, we'll have this cover. We have one more indie to show you, and that is click, click, boom. Click, click, boom. And this person seems to be screaming out Polaroids. I wonder how that works. You take pictures with your eyes and they come out of your mouth. That's kind of weird. Let's see what else we got here. We're gonna move into the Marvel and DC stuff. I think we're gonna start with Marvel this week. I think many people will be glad. We'll start with Marvel. But before we do, let me wet my whistle. See that sticker? How cool is that? That's one of my daughter's designs, and you can find those on Redbubble. If you're looking for a link for Redbubble, for our Redbubble stuff, it should be in the comments down below after the video. Go check them out. Mr. Happy just wants so badly to come and tell you what the secret word is, but I've got to get through this stuff, and I've got to talk about the sale. So let's get to that. Be patient, Mr. Happy. You'll have your chance. I know last week you didn't make it to the show, which is very disappointing to some fans. You know, they missed you very much. And it's nice to be missed by the fans, isn't it? This is Venom, number 24, the Stormbreaker cover. Look at that. That's another one that a whole bunch of people have been adding. Venom has been growing and growing. We're trying to keep up with the demand, people. We are trying. So you get your orders in and tell us as soon as possible so you don't miss a day. X-Force 43. It's already up to 43, the new X-Force series. You know, there was a time years ago, this is one of our very best-selling comic books. And then out of nowhere, Marvel decides to just pull the rug out from under the project, just completely stop doing it. And, you know, we go from selling a whole bunch of comics to not selling any. And then they came out with this miniseries that didn't do so well, and another series that didn't do so well. And now this series seems to be doing pretty well. I'm glad to see that all these years later, we finally have an X-Force that's selling well in the store. This is Invincible Iron Man, and Invincible Iron Man has a couple different covers for you. Certainly that one's my favorite right there. But this one is the Stormbreaker cover. A lot of people like those because they're nearly virgin covers. Not quite, because they still put this little thing on there, which isn't too intrusive. It's mostly a virgin cover. Mostly harmless. Jean Grey is getting her own #1. She's had a book before, but here we come again. Great cover art there. That's George Perez right there. And there, Miss Minutes. A lot of people collecting the Miss Minutes covers because Miss Minutes has been on several comic books now. And so there's Miss Minutes. And that's a great Jean Grey. Isn't that great? Is it Jean Grey on there? Well, that's a great cover, I'll tell you that. Almost looks like the Star brand there. Is that the Star brand? Moon Knight, City of the Dead, issue #2. I'm going to save my favorite cover for the last. They're all great covers, but this last cover just blew me away. Isn't that cool? That's that character that is in the design variant. Now, who is that? Who is that? Look at this one. Wow. How cool is that art? Happy new comic book day, everybody. What a great week for comics. This is another fun one that's hitting the stands today. It's Marvel Unleashed. And it's featuring all of the Marvel pets or animals. Some of them are pets and some of them are not pets. So this is Lockjaw, obviously. You got the Throg right in the middle of all of them. And there's the Flurkin. There's the Flurkin. It's not a cat. There's Red Wing. And there's the whole group again. Great stuff. What great stuff. Speaking of animals that have intelligence, Planet of the Apes, issue #5. Hitting the stands today, people. Today. Realm. This is a new one. This is Realm of X, issue #1. Hitting the stands at the Comics Club in just about a half hour. And we're running a little bit behind on the time. This is Storm, issue #4. But she's leaving the X-Men. So all the X-Men standing there watching her walk away. Must be terrible. Terrible feeling to know that you're leaving the people you love. Black Panther is coming up next after this one. It's got some interesting things. Dr. Aphra, Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars fan, Dr. Aphra is still going strong. Look at that throwback cover. How cool is that? The homage to Star Wars. I think the very first issue there. Black Panther. I just showed you the Marvel Super Pets, you might want to call them. I want to show you that one of the covers features them as well. Not this one. Not that one. This one. Look, it's got all the pets on there. How cool. Little Marvel animals, anyway, I should say. On the cover of Black Panther, this is the Stormbreaker cover, the mostly virgin cover. Captain America finale. Looks like this is the end, but you know, it won't be the end of the big Marvel Boy Scout. He's not such a Boy Scout in the Ultimate Universe, though. He's kind of he got a chip on his shoulder, and he doesn't mind kicking butt. Daredevil Echo #4, and putting a boot to a head if he has to. Bruce Banner got one. That's a great moment. Deadpool issue #10. Fantastic Four's got a couple different covers. One of them showing you that it's a tie-in to the Contest of Chaos storyline. Immortal Thor #1. Now, there's a lot of different covers, and it's a hefty book, but it's awesome looking. The covers are all great. Immortal Thor. You know, we've had Thor, we have the Mighty Thor, we've had the Unworthy Thor. We've had She Thor, Lady Thor, as some people call her, Jane Foster. Oh, Miss Minutes. Don't miss your chance to get another Miss Minutes cover, people. Or if you like them foily and shiny, look at that. And even the back is foily and shiny. You got both sides, foil, shiny. I love gimmicks. And this blank. If you didn't like any of those covers, well, do your own then. That's what's great about comic books. You get these blank covers. You can do your own, or take it to a convention and have an artist do a sketch for you, or have your kid get the crayons out and show us what they think Thor should look like. Or just take some paint, throw it at it, and see how Thor-like the colors come out. This next one is one of the most iconic covers. Ooh, shiny, yeah. Everything's shiny. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 300 Facsimile Edition. One of the most iconic covers of all time in comic books. And guess what? It's all shiny. It got a shiny cover. Shiny front and back. It's a shiny cover. It's a shiny day at the Comics Club. The 4th of 5 new comic book days this month. I'm getting a knock at the door, so give me a chance. I'll be right back. Some of these days I think I might rearrange this so that I come on a little later in the evening on Tuesday nights. I've been thinking about it. Tuesday night, although, is a night I spend with my family, so I can't rearrange that until we find other ways to rearrange our schedule. But, excuse me, I would much rather do this on a Tuesday night for this very reason. I just got interrupted. And it's certainly not the UPS lady's fault. She's a sweetheart. She's wonderful. One of the strongest women I've ever seen in my life. She's very thin, but oh my gosh, she can throw these boxes around that are 50 pounds like they're nothing. She's quite remarkable. Quite a great. We've been blessed with one of the best UPS people I've ever had, and I've been doing this 30 some years. So that's saying something. Her name's Tammy, and she's wonderful. So our hats off to Tammy. Okay, Night Terrors. We're moving into DC now, and we've got Night Terrors, which continues with the second issues. Most of them are two-parters, but there's a core book that runs about, I think, 6 issues. Here we have Harley Quinn, Night Terrors. That's issue number 2. And this is a great cover. Look at that. It's the playing card cover. And then we have this one. This is... I don't know who the artist is. Anybody know who the artist is? Wait, I do know because they tell us on the cover right here. It's Tula Lotay. Looks like pretty cool. And Night Terrors Titans is getting multiple covers. Oh, he's having a bad day. They're all having bad days here at Night Terrors, I'll tell you. Look at that. Teen Titans. Action Comics has also got their Night Terrors hitting today. Action Comics Night Terrors number 2. Like I say, most of these are just 2-part series. That's a great cover. And Angel Breaker, I believe that's a new character that just started with this series. I think she had her first appearance in this series. If I'm wrong, let me know. Please do. Look at that one. Loving it. Look at that cover, man. Great artwork. I wish I had half the talent some of these people have in artwork. It's just quite remarkable. It always amazes me that people can do these things. Have this level of art ability. My daughter's a great artist too. She can really do some amazing stuff. Night Terrors Detective. Oracle. Must be featured in this one, but she is She's having a bad day there. The technology seems to have taken over her brain and her body as well. Batman number 4. This is Batman Brave and the Bold in the issue number 4. So Deathstroke's daughter, Ravager. Is it Ravager? Ravager? And what does it say on the back? Amanda Waller, quote, "Follow my orders or I send you back to wherever the hell you've been." Look at that. What am I getting? A message. It's those poker boys again. Wanting to know who's playing. Who's playing tonight? Okay. Penguin. You know, the Penguin movie. Is it out now? Is it already out? Has it been out? Is it coming out? I'm not quite certain when it hits or if it already has, but I'll get to it eventually. But this is the new Penguin number 1 from DC Comics. This is a great cover. Straight out of Gotham. Harley Quinn doing the Joker's back tattoo. That's a great cover. Is that Bolin? Brian Bolin, yes indeed. Gotta love Bolin's artwork. He's got some of the most iconic images of characters. Bolin does. That was an interesting one. I'm liking it. His gun, his hat, his monocle. Is that what they're called? And what is it he's drinking there? Antarctica glacier water with omega-3 fish oil. Well, of course the Penguin would be drinking something with fish oil in it, eh? That's pretty funny. Batman, The Adventures Continue, has reached issue number 7. And we got 3 different covers to choose from there. Batman kicking butt. Look, he's knocking down the Joker there, and the Penguin's right next to him, and like everybody's getting beat up there by the Bat team. Great stuff. All right, we're almost through it, guys and gals, and I'll tell you quickly these next few. We got DC Ruby. Got Batman Beyond Neo Gothic. That's issue number 2. Dark Knights of Steel. In a very popular series. If you haven't read it, we will be carrying the trade paperback, but I think I have still quite a few of the back issues in stock. And last but not least, Doom Patrol number 5 is a 7-part series. Now, about that sale. And Mr. Happy would like to tell you that the secret word is sale. That's right. This sale is going to be so fantastic, so amazing, so wonderful. It starts this Saturday, August 26th, and it's going to run all the way through Labor Day, which is September 4th. Monday, September 4th. And that means 8 business days, 8 days that I will be open, that the Comics Club will be open for you. And this sale is going to be amazing. It's going to run all that time. All of our back issues, our regular back issues, are going to be buy one, get one free. That runs for 8 days here in the Comics Club from this Saturday. That gives you time to get your list going and get your want lists and all made up so you can bring it in here and start picking them up. Buy one, get one free on back issues. On trade paperbacks and graphic novels, it's buy one, get one at half price. So your fall reading is just waiting for you at remarkably good discounts. Are you an investor, or are you just looking to complete your key collections? Our Wall of Wonder, buy 2, get a 3rd one free. And that's running for Saturday all the way through Monday. So guys and gals, if you're a Comics Club local customer, if you've never been here before, get in here. If you're a local customer and you have that wish list, get it in here. This week, I've given you enough time. Everybody has one of those days off. So get in here and take advantage of it. I need more space on the floor to put in even more comics. Like I said, we put in about 1,000 comics just this past week on the floor. And that's going to be happening week after week after week. We have thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of comics that we need to get out on the floor. And we're doing as fast as we can, people, but you can help by getting your comic books here at the Comics Club. So thank you so much for joining us. Remember to leave a comment down below so I can get you into our monthly drawing, and hit that like button and subscribe, and share this link with your friends. Tell them all about us. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.